Zkusíme se tam dostat, jo. Ty vole, to je náročný jak svině. To je nemožný, jo, ty vole. Děláš legraci.
I feel quite hungry.
Streamer Shroud říká, jo, že Shroudu to nebaví, jo, že to je hrozně nudný a že to je horší než Witcher. Tak to je ten problém, že? To je ten problém, že ty mainstream hráči toto jako neocenějí, no. Ale když to říkáš Shroud, tak musí být. Hej, tak ty vole, že to občas to prostě zlomí hned a občas mi to nechá jako šanci jako dojet. Přece nedává smysl. Tam je nějaký jako faktor náhody, jo.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Krávo, ty si děláš legraci, ne? Že to občas jako se zlomí hned a občas mi to... Dosáhl jsem nové rovně vylamování zámku, tak jsem se v tom zlepšil teďka. Teď jsem se v tom zlepšil. Nevím jak teda, ale okej. Okay. To ale podle mě nic neznamená. Teď jsem tam byl. No nekecej. Na první pokus.
This is valuable. They must have been in a hurry or they'd never have left it behind.
Nějaký hezký oblečení, no. Košile švihácka. Počem charisma 5, ty vole. Proč mám charisma 5? Že jsem hladový? To je blbost, ne?
This one won't be going anywhere anytime soon. It looks like that wagon was loaded with charcoal. Someone was wounded here. It looks like another person dragged him off. Maybe there'll be some tracks. Blood. This way. Another clue. I must be going the right way.
Chtělo by to pak najít nějaký dobrý šípy koupit, že jo? Nějaký s dobrým damagem.
Charcoal burners. Someone must have seen or heard something.
Could do with a bite to eat.
God be with you.
Jo, smrdím, jo.
What happened at the crossroads?
What crossroads? What are you talking about?
Listen, there's corpses lying on the road out there, a ransacked wagon, and a trail that leads right here. Now, you seem to be honest and friendly folk, not marauding cutthroats. So I prefer to believe you don't have anything to do with it.
But
if you don't start helping me, I might change my mind.
I don't know nothing and I haven't seen nothing. Something about it. Just ask Boyar. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Who is this?
Boyar cracks the whip around here.
Thank you.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
A já vím. Něco jim ukradneme, ne, tady. A jo. Tak louč asi nesníme. Jo, mám malý charisma, protože smrdím a protože krev lidi z mého jedu už nikdy nesmiju. Dobře.
I'm on the right track.
A borci ještě žijou. Co děláte? Třeba to vyleží. Teď si to kapsy. Můžu ji zabít a pak to uvařit, ale... Jinak s 105 dělat asi nic nemůžu. Ne, že bych nic takového konkrétné.
What do you know about the wagon that's been ambushed at the crossroads?
I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes. Is that a problem?
Jaký mám názor já? Je fantastická hra, fantastická.
Funny you don't know anything when there's a trail leading straight here from the wagon.
I don't much notice what goes on.
Your not taking notice might cost you dear.
And what exactly are you going to do to me then?
Nothing for now, but when I get back to Rattay, I'll tell Sir Radzig that a charcoal burners gang from Rovna ambushed a wagon, killed the merchants and stole their goods.
Yeah, right. Because everyone knows charcoal burners are thieves and killers. Well, let me tell you, that's not at all what happened.
I'll be glad to hear you out.
Let's just get this straight. We didn't ambush anyone.
And what were you doing at the crossroads then?
We were just passing, and we saw the wagon. So we took the sacks.
Just the sacks? What about the trail of bloodstains leading to the camp?
I was just getting to that. We also found one wounded man. What am I saying, wounded? The fellow was hacked like a martyr in some holy picture. He begged us to hide him away.
So you have him here somewhere? Is he still alive?
The fellow has quite a will to live. I'll give him that.
Do you know who ambushed?
Not a clue.
Did he tell you anything?
He wasn't exactly talkative. His lungs are full of holes.
Where is he?
We've locked him away in the ship.
I want to talk to him.
I don't know.
I don't mean to hurt him.
So be it. Here.
Thanks.
Thanks. poletřel prostráž, jo.
Who are you?
Do as I say, and you might walk out of here alive.
What? What's that? What do you mean?
Don't worry about it. Just answer my questions, and I might even help you.
Well, if you say so.
Who is it you work for? Who did the wagon belong to?
To Menhart. He's some kind of merchant who hired me for protection. But that's all I know.
And where's this Menhart disappeared off to?
No idea. I blacked out after the attack. Only came to my senses once I got here. I don't even know where here is.
Who ambushed that wagon?
A knight. He's been following us for a while.
And where did he go?
I don't know.
Do you know what you were carrying in that wagon?
I never asked Menhart that.
Can I see your wound?
Are you a quack?
Sort of. That's a deep wound.
Will you help?
I can try. Tell me more about...
Where's the coin?
What? What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
I don't know about any coin. I swear.
Ah! Where are
Oh.
those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks! They're behind the shed.
That's him! That's got to be that knight!
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
Fuck! Stop! Stop right there!
Dun, dun, dun. Jako nechci malovat Dána Vávru na zeď, ale myslím, že jedu jinam. Ale... Zkusíme. Jasně. Cheater. Nasrat cheaty. Zkusíme to.
Well,
se nehraje, no.
Who is that, Davy? It seems I have finally met my match.
your match? I think you meant to say your superior.
Do not be so proud. My day has been hard.
That doesn't change anything. Now I'll be asking you a couple of questions, and you're going to give me answers to them nicely. Starting with who you are.
You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you nothing more until you give me some assurances.
Assurances? How about this? If you talk, I'll spare you.
Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have been at the other end of the sword more times than you can count.
I give you my word.
The word of a thief? Jesus. It is true what the preachers say.
Why do you think I'm finished?
He who lives by the sword dies by the sword. Once you take a weapon in your hand, your days are numbered. It is the same for every one of us.
Not everyone.
Every last one. Knight, mercenary, or footpad. There are men who die peacefully in bed, their wives and children at their sides, but not you.
Unlike you, I'm not a criminal.
You believe that the forging of money is an honest trade?
I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating them.
What? What are you saying?
I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman.
Then we have something in common. I also am here under orders from above.
From who?
Perhaps you might sheath that weapon, so that we may talk eye to eye. If we do indeed have a common cause.
A nebo mě zkouší vole triky, jo.
Stand up.
It is true our meeting has not begun well. But if it is the truth that you are sent by Kobyla, then we can assist each other.
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything is now dead.
What man was that?
Meinhard, the merchant from Passau. Listen, I will explain everything to you. But first, I need you to do something for me.
Oh, really?
You will introduce me to a certain person, and I will tell you everything I've learned.
Who do you mean?
Master Tobias Pfeiffer. If you truly serve Sir Radzig, then you must know him.
I think I know who you mean. What do you want him for?
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made. But I do not understand such technical matters. Master Pfeiffer, however...
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me, just like that?
It seems I have little choice. In the meantime, I will return to Sasau and see...
Shouldn't you go with me to see Faith?
No. I must remain in Sasau.
What's your name, anyway?
I told you.
Just Ulrich.
It is enough.
Because you look like a knight. They seldom have just one name.
It is true, I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield. But there are many ways to acquire...
So you're not a knight?
I'm a trustworthy soldier in the service of a nobleman. That...
I'd like to know more, but I have a feeling you won't tell me.
Your feeling is correct.
Who are you working for?
I understand.
That sounds a bit...
It is simply that my master does not wish...
Tell me what you know.
Do you know, Pastor?
No, what is it?
a city in Bavaria. Passau is a city of trade.
I see.
Some months ago, counterfeit groschen were discovered to be circled. The Passau alderman began to investigate and learned that a family of money changers was involved. My liege lord is allied to the Passau alderman.
And so he sent you?
Yes.
And what about that wagon? What happened?
I followed Menhard from Passau.
Krávo, kolik tady textu.
So they were transporting false groschen on that wagon?
Yes. On their way here, they brought real coin. Groschen, forints, francs, and the like.
What do you mean about the connection with Sasau?
The matter was investigated in Passau, and the executioner extracted information from those who were arrested.
What, in the monastery itself?
I cannot say. I know only what the Passau scribe wrote.
Why did you let them get here before attacking?
I wanted to discover where they hand over their coins, which I failed to do. Besides, until he came to this god-forsaken track.
What happened on that track?
I ambushed them. I took down 2, but that bastard Menhard cut the horses loose and rode away.
What next?
While I was chasing Menhard, those charcoal burners came and stole what they could. Before I could catch him, his horse threw him and he broke.
So we won't get anything out of him.
Unfortunately,
What happened?
He's dead.
I know, but what did
I buried him. He was a
I see.
He ran from the wagon uphill along the
Teď vám
path to the
nepohřbil a
north.
toho pohřbil.
Along the way, and don't think I don't know why you ask. Robbing graves is shameful.
I'd say that's the pot calling the kettle black.
You're mistaken. I have many deaths on my conscience.
Very well.
Godspeed. I will wait and...
To je divný týpek teda. Každopádně dal jsem mu 2 klíče, no. Takže domů se nedostane. Takových questů tady, ty vole. No nic, tak asi skočíme se podívat, jak dopadly mrhojedi. Nezabijí tě ta hra, jako jak nezabijí. Tak jako zabij mě, že to pařím, vole, 15 hodin v kuse, ale jinak je to fantastická hra. Počestný. Pocestný teda. Pocestný. A tohle se nevím, že tam třeba ten bude rytíř nebo někde. Maze změní ve hře jas? Abych pak v noci neviděl nic, jo? No to jsem zvědav, co mi řeknou, no. To jsem zvědav, co mi řeknou. Já myslím, že mě nepochválej teda. Za chvilku to vypneme, Lejte, ještě vydrž.
God save Henry.
Už spí, vole? Hej! Už spí? Ty vole, nebo je mu zlé? Třeba dalších asi nějakých 8 nebo 9 po Pejze, no. To bylo přes den vlastně, ne přes noc. Ty vole, jemu asi špatně. Čekáme do rána, třeba se jim zlepší. Uvidíme, John Maze, no. Minimálně zítra dostanu chuť na PUBG, jak jsem dlouho nehrál, tak budu mít takový nový jako čerstvý pohled na PUBG. Se pořádně rozehraju a to. Ta pauza taky dobrá, ale. Dobrý, má chuť k jídlu, všechno. Jestli se on nebaví? Právě odpikávám vězení 19 dní, nakladal jsem Divishové věci za 20 000, tak mě poslal na 20 dní do vězení. Ajajaj. Ano, lupenátor, Tereska je už. Ten typek se nebude povídat. OK, tak počkáme prostě. Dobře. A to je po cestě, jak tam zaskočíme, přidáme to jenom. Mazi, mrzí ti komenty pod YouTubem a tak jako chvilku jsem přemýšlel, že se na to vykašlu nebo nic uploadovat, ale vždycky jsem si vzpomněl, že tam číhá, ne? Že jsem vlastně neuploadoval toho večera a tak a spousta lidí psal, že do toho večera zkoukali a hrozně mrzelo, že nemohli dokoukat, tak jsem si řekl jako prostě...
Don't you start.
Jako nasedou prostě spousta
lidí,
I
wouldn't mind a bite to eat, actually.
A třeba to prostě lidi... Určitý počet lidí ocení a to no. Uvidíme, jako projeví se to na views samozřejmě, jo. Během měsíce bude vidět na views, kolik lidí to jakoby pustilo postupně a zkouklo. Nebo se vypnou komenty, no. Ačko to musím říct, jo. Já jsem myslel, že ten quest mi napsal, že je filmnutý, že jsem to jako neodnes.
Father, Vincent of Merhoyed sent me to you.
What's the matter, my son?
I'm bringing Vincent's...
Almighty Father, be merciful.
Master Vincent has been taken...
Yes, I did hear that, people... But Vincent is still alive?
Yes.
Let us hope the good Lord will leave him here with us a while longer. Thank you for bringing...
Thank you, Father.
Okay.
Are you serious?
I have to eat something. My insides are shriveled.
Okay, koupíme tady nějaký jídlo. Tak. A potřebuji jídlo. Potřebuji jídlo. Mezi já jsem si líbí, někdy jsem tady komentovala. To je jako... Nemusíš, to neřeš. Ale jako ty záznamy tam nejsou, jako že... Není to stát ani jako YouTubeových kariéry, ani cokoliv jako jiného. Je to čistě jenom prostě pro lidi, kteří jako...
Jesus Christ, be praised.
Strašně Kingdom Come a chtěli se podívat, dokonce jsem jakoby...
Are there any problems around here I might be able to help with?
Úplně veškeré reklamy u všech videí, což normálně by někdo nedělá, protože tam máš jako 2hodinový videa. Na tom se strežuje strašně. Jsem vyhodil úplně všechny reklamy, nevím, ani jedna reklama tam není u videí. Chtěl jsem jenom prostě vytvořit záznam pro lidi, kteří prostě z toho ocení, no. Tak, jídlo. Mazy lázně. Tamhle jsou lázně, dobře.
I'd like...
So what are you interested?
I'd like,
That can...
Fine.
I'm sure you'll be extreme.
Co já, Batalion? Hrál jsem to chvilku, ale věnovat se tomu nebudu. Zůstávám PUBG. Tak. Tak jedeme odevzdat questík. Mě by zajímalo právě o těch vedlejších questů, co je vlastně odměnou. Že vlastně nevidím jakoby XP, nevidím jako reputaci přidávanou a respektive nevím, jestli třeba jako hráčům u těch vedlejších questů nebude chybět jakože odměna za tu práci. Protože u těch vedlejších questů skoro nikdy nedostáváš nějakou jako odměnu.
Hey, watch it!
je ten borec z začátku hry, co směl quest? To je on? Není to on?
I hope I can be of some...
Ne. No teď jsem odnesl závěť a nedostal jsem odměnu žádnou, že jo. Nejspíš jen se boostla nějaká reputace nebo tak. Ale vizuálně se jako neukázalo, jakože nic.
Greetings.
May I...
Yes, Henry. Chief Engineer Fafar has been asking...
The Chief Engineer? Is it about Skalitz?
In a manner of speaking. Master Fafar has, well, evil forebodings. I think he may want to send you to the Skalitz mines.
Can they really be restored?
Everything can be rebuilt with enough will and resources. Well, everything except a man. You'll get the details.
Certainly.
Where? He went to Sasau to deal with...
Well, thank you.
Good luck, Hal.
Jo, peníze jsem vlastně dostal, když jsem přejal to, jasně.
Greetings. What business have you?
Master Fafar, Sir Radzig sent me to you.
Did he?
I do the best I can.
That's good, because this is damned important.
How can I help with these,
Sir Radzig may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabout.
You really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be quite a...
It certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks.
Ježišmarja.
Is that the yard?
That's the one.
A silver store?
I doubt it. I'd be so...
You said mine gallery.
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place.
Why just that one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there.
What about these waterworks?
A stamping mill and washing troughs. They're on the bend and the rip.
Should I be expecting trouble then?
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat the job like a visit to church on Sunday.
I see. That's all clear.
Nějaký vedlejší úkol to je. Takových pokeců k tomu.
God bless you. What?
Master Fafar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came to...
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well...
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't...
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir...
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins. Then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. That...
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau... Interrogation held this day. Put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasau. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square.
Hey!
To jsou pokeci na 20 minut. Ale OK. Tak. Jedeme do Sázavy. Tohle je co? To je vedlejšák, to víme. Tady se nám to ještě nějak nevyvrbilo. A my pojedeme sem. Zpátky. OK. Mazy příběh inspirovaný historie a není náhodou i knihou? Cože? Nevím, vůbec netuším. Spíš to vyzobali úplně ty historické fakty, o vše opět šlo a pak tomu domysleli vlastně fiktivní jako story různý. Já si myslím jako nějakou konkrétní, jestli nebyl nějaký hlavní zdroj. Vrát se k Nikodemovi. A je. A kde ten quest? To je tady. A to je co? Čekáme v konci co je, než tam půjde dolů. Čekaj, kam to zmizelo? Zmizelo? Jo, to je ten plevel. Takže je tady někde? Tady zpátky? Asi spí, ne? Počkej, to nebylo tady, to bylo tady. Jsi slíkl, tyjo?
Were you satisfied with my weeding?
You said it was finished, but I took a look at it. Off you go. I bet.
Tak jo. Jako plevet mu trhat nebude, jako jo. Jsem rytíř. No, jsem tady nejspíš pozdě. Nemám nějakou knížku na přečtení? Tohle podle mě neumím číst ještě. Že plníš vedlejší úkoly všechny fiše. Já nevím, no, jako když teďka to hraju a jak mi to natahuje délka, jako upřímně jako polovinu vedlejších úkolů bych úplně jako vyignoroval, kdybych věděl. Jo, že... Polovina vedlejších byla super, polovina byla taková mech a upřímně raději místo toho jsem měl možná, kdybych věděl, kteří jsou dobrý, kteří jsou špatný, zahrát prostě tu hlavní dějovou, no.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins.
I see. They have such materials.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard.
I see. That's certainly worth asking.
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
Good day to you.
How about a bit of grub?
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Že nemá za to je spíš tím, že hraju 15 hodin, tak už mi ty dialogy trošičku začínají to, chápeš?
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Why not? Show me what you have to offer.
No, moc toho nemá teda. Počkej, 435? Za mapa pokladu za 2 kila, jo? No ty si děláš legraci, ne? No snad to bude worth it.
Let's have a word about the price.
Well, All right, so.
Myslím, že tady má něco dělat s tou otravou vody. Merhojedy. Jsem při penězích, takže nešetřím, no.
Hey, you've no business here. Clear off or you'll be sorry. What was that?
Cože, proč se nejedu? Tak já musím to prošetřit tady, jo? Ty vole, to ty kříž? To je podle mě opatrnější teda, jo? Počkej, jak se tam dostanu?
This isn't a job. It's a penance.
Šafářová kancelář. A to není ona? To nahoře.
Damn.
Jeho kancelář.
Jesus, look where you're going. Are you serious? You? What do you...
It was young Smoller.
What?
Smoller's the one responsible for all the thefts and death. He tried to kill me and Leszek, and God knows who else.
Sweet Jesus. Where is he?
Dead. I killed him in self-defense.
So is that the end of it?
It looks that way. I don't know.
I'm glad to hear that. After all the horrible...
No.
I'm looking for some quicksilver. Would you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with such...
Fine, thank you.
To pokecali. Jsem trošku zmatený. Cože? Dne 5. května přijato zboží kupce blablabla 15 loktů sukna, dary, sádlo, vosk. Přijaty barvy k výzdobě kostela, byl použit k separaci rtuti. Bylo to uloženo mimo klášterní skladek ve sklepení nápravníkova domu na severním konci klášterní zahrady. To je ono? To je ta informace, jsme potřebovali?
Hey, watch it! Be a bit more careful. What is it?
Počkej, jo.
What are you here for?
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you...
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Bollocks. Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing! And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground. A lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy.
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota. A scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well. Thank you.
Okay. Jako jedu dost vyřečnost a charisma, tak no. Nejedu moc na boj. Hodně vykecávám. Čekej, ten by mohl možná mě naučit něco, jestli mám nějak
Good day to you.
Vypracovaný. Aha. Slabikař. To asi u mě nehrozí, ne? Slabikař. Dovednosti, čtení 6. Co nebudem řešit teďka?
Greetings.
Ano, plus
What
minus.
business have you?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels loam onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
Ahoj, Samarko.
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who...
Someone called Rapota.
Not much, but it's a stuff. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. And there's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Oh, you got Tixin. No, to tam jdem pěšky, máme po něm. Jo, hledáme ty prachy. Tady půjde projít dovnitř. Nice. Ta krajina je tady božská, no. Hlavně z toho, že je prostě slovanská krajina. Ježišimarja.
Good day to you.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting.
What?
You're in an
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone, which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian? Jesus Christ.
Oops,
the plague.
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was...
What's he like?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him, and the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you...
Something like that.
May I ask why?
Dám nám ty peníze, to uvěřitelný.
He owes me money.
Naturally. Dice or boozing, was it? Pray do tell.
Both.
Sodom and Gomorrah are too good for the boy. Here you go. I'll dock his wages.
Thank you, Master. You're most kind. But I'd rather get it from him myself.
If you think he'll have anything to give, please yourself. About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who were
A woman from the baths?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my near...
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Thank you.
Ale musíme se mrknout Florianovi do truhle teda, no. A to je která? To bude asi tahleta, no. Což... uložíme. A podle mě to na první pokus nedám. A když to nedám, tak já bych ho potřeboval... To nedám na první pokus, jo? Dobře, je mu tu šumák. Tak jo.
Someone there?
Okay. Aha. Aha. Florian je v hajzlu. Máme padělatele. Máme padělatele lidi. Na to vlázník můžeme kašlat, jdeme rovnou za Florianem. Jsem jako vzal papírek, vole, a teďka je to na ně moc těžký, jo? V pohodě, no.
Good day to you.
Ne? Aha.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rappator mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dice for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
You just incriminated yourself.
One man's word against another. Like I said, I'll deny everything.
And do you really think that's going to help you? Your word means nothing. You've got the tools, the knowledge, and the workshop. The only thing missing is a motive, but I'm guessing it's money.
I don't give a fuck about money.
So what then?
Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
Who is Esther?
My girl, of course. That's...
I'm sorry about that.
Me too. Listen, I'll tell you everything.
What, so I'm to go, sir?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody...
Okay, buď zachráním Esther. Tohle bych jako měl udělat,
Very well.
jo.
Really?
Yes, but then you have to...
I will. I swear...
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned...
All right.
You're my savior.
Don't get your hopes up.
Jako to bychom měli zachránit, jo? Chtěl jsem ho jako podusit a tak, ale tohle bychom měli udělat. Jsem přece rytíř. A hlavně nutí do lázně, abych hledal Esther, jo? Teď už jakoby víme, že tam není a to.
I hear you're...
At all?
What exactly
To
happened?
proklikám, jo? To...
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. And suddenly I hear screams. So I...
Okay.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly is...
They shouted at me to tell Florian.
I assume that Florian...
You know, village girls. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poem.
Where can I find this Florian?
He works in the engraver's work.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan.
Okay. Tak idem zachránit. Tak. Kam že unesli? Jakože my nevíme kde? Jo, drže je ve skalických kopcích. Okay. Tak to se vydáme. Tyvo, to je hodně. Se mnou. Možná po cestě nás někdo přepadne nebo něco, takže pak... to je škoda, že nemůžu přerušit cestu jakoby sám a přerychlím cestování. Nebo při středně pomalým cestování. Středně rychlým cestování. Tomu budeme říkat. To je podle mě tady někde, ne? Takže když mi tady teďka někdo přepadne, tak bych to měl přijmout. Nice. Co tam někam vědu, no? Dáme se tu váhu. To je hoda. OK, tak tady někde, jo. Vem luk a pošli mu do hlavy, panovce. Já taky jsem ho nemohl mlátit a pak jsem mu poslal jedno ráno do hlavy lukem a skolil jsem ho. Takže tady musíme najít, kam ji unesli, jo. Takže důl potřebujeme. Tohle vypadá, že by to mohlo... Ne, v kopcích. Já myslím, že do nějakého dolu. Na vysoký kopec, OK. Těsně vedle. tamhle to bude. Jo, už tam někde mluví dokonce. Možná si dáme nějaký luk. Ucholapky. Tamhle, vidíte ho? Možná v noci? Co? Zkusíme v noci? A asi nebudu ještě spát, ne? Musím tak 2.
What are you doing?
What was that?
Hey!
Well, I never. The pig turns up willingly for the slaughter.
Vážně.
Is that all you've got?
To je 2, ne? 3. To jsem neudělal moc dobře. Ale zkusíme fight, no. Zkusíme fight. Jsem borec, ne? Ještě jednou dáme hlavičku.
Who's there? Hey, who's there?
Pig turns up willingly for the slaughter.
Where could he manage to? He must be here. Watch out! Too old! What's the matter?
Yeah.
Come here, Lily Liver. Have you? Raise the alarm! Watch out!
Ten se dělá jak majitel.
Bring it on! Come here, Lily Liver. I'll slaughter you.
Podle mě budeme si počkat na noc, no. Tady ti to svědí? To bylo cool, kdyby to se vymyslela Ester.
Curse it. You're done for, fucker. Fuck.
Ty vole, co to bylo?
Bollocks! It'll be all over with you.
Ow!
Aha. Tak. Klíč od kůlny. Prachy. A nevím všechno. Komu stejně, to stejně nalháváme. Vyberu ho úplně do nuly. Šlo to rozběhat, no. Pak nevím, kde jsem si dal toho lukostřelce. Cože? Je tady.
Please.
They won't hurt you now.
However did you find me?
Florian told me where they took you.
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain in league with thieves. And a coward too.
You're right. If I were him, nothing could have stopped me coming for you.
Exactly. What a pathetic coward. We should probably set off.
I'll go with you. I'd hate to lose you on the way.
Hey.
Shut up. What have we here? What in the... What? Hey, look out! Doesn't even know how to...
Cože?
What is it?
Tak, tyhle věci musíme přehodit. Jo, to jsem nechtěl se.
Hmm? By all that's holy!
To se bere jako kradená věc, i když to bylo prostě z mrtvol zlodějů. Proč by se to jako bralo jako zlodějina? To je blbý. Co jí je?
Hey you! Don't move a
Jako,
muscle!
že jsem vzal země věc, tak to bude jako zlodějinu? To si děláš legraci,
You were seen stealing. This definitely won't come cheap.
What in the...
Oh well, what can I do?
All right. Give me back the...
Nečůza. No nečum tak.
I'm glad to see you.
Máš ty říkat stejný boty? Já pak přehodím.
I found that Esther of your...
I know! Back already. How can I ever thank you?
By telling me all about the goings-on.
They found me in the tavern one evening. Caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapita. And a night they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me, and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first I took...
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Good luck, and thanks for the help.
Okay. Šarlatán.
Huh. I know you.
What?
Of course, my dream. You were in a boat made of bone, and I put a crown of thorns.
Will you teach me how?
Certainly.
I'm interested in more.
Wouldn't you rather learn
Well. All right.
that dream? Yes, that dream has come true. I dreamt that a young man would become my apprentice, my own pupil in the trade of miracles.
Prosím tě, já plně se nejdříve na ten YouTube potřebuji footage prostě stry, všechny ty bugy zapisuju. Fakt jo.
And that's supposed to be me.
Who else? What's your name, young man?
Oh. Henry.
Henry.
To je oddanost teda kozákům. To je
A
mega oddanost.
powerful name. So, Henry, are you ready to become my apprentice?
What exactly does it entail, becoming your apprentice?
Oh, a lot of work and strenuous labor. Knowledge of medicine, theology, and white magic. You have to study the great works of the ancients and devote your time to understanding your fellow men, listening to them, and learn to read their souls.
Nothing.
That's why God has sent you.
Cože, to je?
First, tell me, who are you, and what do you do?
Me? I am an unworthy, low, and miserable servant of Providence. Scholar or merchant, believer or heathen. I wander the world without home or family, with only my wagon, offering miracles to those without home or kin. I wander this world with my wagon. Ointments, relics. Wonderful! Oh, glory!
So, how do you plan to start?
With a test.
Oh.
I have my eye on 3 rare objects of great value.
I'll bring it right away.
Go on.
First, I need a tooth of Saint Procopius. Then I'll need a branch from a topping out hung on a church. And finally, a talisman for luck from a passionate player.
Bloody hell, that's a lot. About that tooth.
I know. Yes, it would be very...
I'm listening.
A layman named Procopius lives by the monastery. And it just so happens, thanks to my intricate medical knowledge, that I found out he has a sick tooth.
How did you find out he has a sore tooth?
As it happens, he told me at the tavern. But that's not important.
And how am I supposed to get the tooth?
I haven't the faintest idea. You'll have to think of something. But maybe you'll be able to persuade him to let the blacksmith pull it.
Wouldn't that be swindling people?
It is, and it isn't. If I sell that tooth as the tooth of Saint Procopius, then it certainly is deceitful. But if I sell it as a tooth from Procopius of Sasau, then I'm cheating nobody.
Does it really matter whose tooth I bring, then?
Of course it does. The name Procopius in this holy land is shrouded with mystical powers. Sometimes I might play a trivial trick on someone, but I assure you, I'm no swindler.
Fine.
Wonderful.
This topping out, what's that?
You're not a carpenter, it seems.
No, I'm a blacksmith.
I see. Well, a topping out is a decorated spruce or a conifer tree hung on top of the roof of a new house to bring good fortune and God's blessing.
Well, then all we need to do is break off a branch somewhere, buy a few ribbons, and we've got our own homemade topping out right there.
You don't understand, young man. The topping out was sanctified by a priest, and it hangs on the highest church far and wide. You can't just replace it with a decorated branch.
Fair enough. That topping off is hung pretty high, isn't it?
Naturally. It hangs on the rooftop according to tradition. And the church is tall.
And how am I supposed to get it down?
Damned if I know. But they had to get it up there somehow, didn't they?
Very well. This player's talisman. Where am I supposed to find it?
I actually have a specific one in mind. Here at the inn, there's a dice player who always has a cat's paw with him. That's supposed to bring him luck.
Yeah, give me a minute.
A cat's paw? I thought players bring along a rabbit's paw for luck.
I thought so too. But this man is winning one game after another, so Cats are clearly even more powerful than rabbits.
Oh. How am I supposed to get the
I haven't a clue.
Very well. I'll get looking for those.
Excellent!
Už mám?
About those other things.
Ne, nemám.
I'll get looking.
Excellent!
Ok, tenhle quest vypadá zajímavě. Ten si necháme na potom. Tady je vlastně ten hráč. Ten splníme zítra najednou. A no pozítří. V rámci toho hlavního questu. Kdyby dořešit ten quest s těma mincema nějak aspoň do nějakého zajímavého momentu. Kdy byl ten pisář? V klášteře. Vedle teda. Tady někde. Tady. A on tam půjde, ten Florian půjde zítra ráno, jestli si nemýlím, že jo? Takže... Třeba tam dojít a přetočit čas, jestli chápu dobře. A quest ptáčkem polovu jsem nedělal, to uděláme potom. Dělám teďka toho Floriana a zabalíme to. Dám uploadovat záznamy. Možná ještě stihnu dělat nějakou práci, protože se paralelně prospat. Ty vole, já jsem přijel blbě, ty vole. To je špatně. Mám tě.
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the Bathmaid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course, of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
But... Já bych ho rád zastavil, ale on se nejdřív musí rozeběhnout.
No, I give up.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, It used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Jezek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better...
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world? Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that.
It's all the same anyway now.
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me you just took...
That's not for me to know.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what...
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you...
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death.
Tak jako hezky poprosil, co?
As you wish.
Our Father, who art in heaven.
Tak. Zajistě si Ulrichovou pomoc. Dá se někde vyspat? Se dá, že jo? Na Florianové postýlce. Tyhle schody.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Jak se zapnul korozér u luku? Přikazem do konzole. VH, potržitko PL, potržitko Showfire, karze 1. Přijde mi to lepší. Protože, jako jasně, jako má to svoje kouzlo, když střílíš bez crossu, ale na začátku ten luk je natolik nepřesný, natolik náhodný, že vlastně ti to jako znechutí používat ten luk, jako jo, že mu vlastně neužíváš si ten luk. A... Jo, Shroud streamuje, to je super. Extra reklama, to se bude hodit. Stel volá. No a teďka to se spánkem bude mi celkem debilní. Kingdomka mi zničí spánek a zdraví. tak jsou tady nějaké nedokonalosti, no. U těch stínů občas se vidí, že třeba tam není krk.
I finally found out where the forges were. Master Fayfar was right. The entrance is on the eastern side. I've no idea what to expect there.
I will be glad to give.
Let's go. Nice, teleportoval nás, to je dobrý. Nemusíme sem jako kokotí jet. Počkej, to je ta stejná skala, jak jsme tam zachraňovali to tu, ne? To čuzu? Že jo? Počkej, jsem našel vchod? Oh shit. A nebylo by tohle přesně lepší jako v noci? To je dement, ty vole.
Hi. Who's... Hey! What are you doing there?
The answer to my prayers. Just when I wanted to vent my rage
Over
at
here!
someone.
Where is everyone? Quick! Ow!
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
Yeah!
Yep.
Well, I never. The kid turned up willingly for the slaughter. Had enough, boy?
You called...
You should have fucked off while you had the chance.
To uneseme, ne, ty vole. To se unese.
Look.
Když to unesu. To je škoda. By tady takové věci ležely. To se unese. Tohle je blbý, no.
What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
Come on!
To se unese. Nenechám tady nic. No. Možná budu muset vzít koníka. Pojď koníku. Odvez mě. To se unese. Máme save? 3,59? To bychom měli uložit. Dej to na koně. Ten kun to taky neunese, jo? Ten kun má taky nějaký limit. Jako můžu tam naházet, ale jako 300 neunese, jo? To se zvládne. Jak velký ta jeskyně může být, ten důl? Aspoň takový dramatický. Takže když v hororu někdo chodí pomalu, to třeba není z toho důvodu, že by to třeba má plný kalhoty různých kroužkových těch gambesonů a tak. Ještě potřebuje za sebou takovou velkou sekiru, kterou bych táhal a dřel ji vozem.
Charcoal. Out you go. Watch out. You've got it searing hot.
We have to make at least another 3 score and another, but 3 would be better. Hey!
Put that sack there.
Počkej, to je Ulrich, ne? Ulrichu, vole! Ulrich! No kámoši! Útočte zase! Pojď zase Obelix! Ulrichu! Musíme dát sem. Jestli mi to zmizí, tak budu nasranej, teda jo. Zahodil jsem i louč, snad to nebude vadit. obecně bych měl jako vyházet nějaký věci, které... Já počítám z té jeskyně jako odejdu jako s věcma, ne? Protože ty polorozbitý věci, to jako podle mě můžeme rovnou tady nechat. Ty co asi nebudu mít nějakou jako plnou účinnost. Jako zabala. Stačí udělat 2 kroky předtím, jo?
Jesus Christ. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Rattay.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
We have to make at least another 3 score.
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzig Kabila.
Party nějaká tady probíhá.
You can tell your lord the man is dead. He'll never find out.
But he will. Or do you think you can lock this man away from sight until Judgment Day?
Why not?
Do not be naive, boy. Look around you. This land swarms with rats and snakes, especially now. There is no secret that is not for sale. If I let you have him, my own head will be on a spike before the month is out.
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
How do you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fayfire recognized the writing on your letter of passage.
Just as I said, there is nothing safe from prying eyes in this land. And where would you suggest I go?
Into Sir Radzig's service. He needs people like you.
I serve Kabila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs, he would hang me from the nearest tree. But you are right, I do not have to return to the Rosenbergs. In fact, I cannot.
Why not?
I am a knight without a crest, without allegiance. No one was meant to know whom I serve. If the Rosenbergs hear that I have been found out...
Where will you go then?
Where the road takes me. As I have many times before.
Praha, a ve druhém díle se uvidíme.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Počkej, ty shadery si nefixly, jo?
Hej!
Ty čude zdrhají, ty vole. Aha.
Please, please. I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go.
Trošku se nám tady broukuje. Dobrý.
Let's go. Master Fayfire is very keen to meet you.
Mě to teleportuje. teleportne, že jo? Mě to teleportne.
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fayfar. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rattay. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay then.
Mazi, ty jsi největší nerd na Twitchi? Děkuju. Aha, ten quest byl časově to, jo. To bude časově to. Závislé questy vedlejšáky. Jestli tam ty věci nebudou, tak jako... Jako ne, no. Jako odmítám. Já někde to bylo, to určitě. Tady někdo, ne? Snad tam trefím, jako no. Jsi tady, ne? Tady, podle mě. Tak tam rychle skočíme a podíváme se. A jako, je to truhla, no, jako na zemi ty věci asi nezůstanou a v té truhle by mohly, ne? Já si myslím, že nejde, upřímně. Podle mě ty věci se generují nějakým způsobem náhodně, jako z těch takových těch truhlíček. Takže to nějakým způsobem bude vyresetovaný. No, mrtvé tady zůstaly, to je dobrý znamení. Pěkně. Ale nemůžu odjet, jo, protože jsem, nemůžu jako mít rychlé cestování, protože jsem přetížený, podle mě. Tak jo, tak tady to nějakým způsobem zabalíme. A mě čeká spousta prodávání. V noci uploadnu, začnu uploadovat všechno, co jsme natočili. A snad tam nějakým způsobem bude, co nejdříve všechno. Zítra se budu věnovat práci a taky budeme hrát zítra velký turnaj večer. A pak se budu věnovat práci. Takže Když si dostaneme ke Kingdom Come, jestli v pátek, nahrál jsem to dopředu, tak snad nějakým způsobem nějakou chvilku na to najdeme ještě, no, ale už žádný x hodinovky. To prostě není bude čas. Ale nádherná to hrát, jo. Ten les, podívejte se na to. To světlo, osvětlení, jo. Jaký turnaj? Večer PGL turnaj. Něco jak jsme, jako bude to hrozně těžký, jo. Tam snad postupujeme 2 týmy, nebo kolik to bude. A tady to uložíme. A zabalíme. Tak jo. Další díl.